People who play competitive sports want to be the best of the best. Training and practicing every day is how you get better to become more talented. But in some cases, people choose to take shortcuts, like taking drugs to enhance their performance. There are so many drugs out there, and students are exposed to it by their students, peers, classmates, or teammates. Student athletes think they can get away with this, but not anymore. With schools choosing to put in place random drug testings for athletes, it is hoped to lower the amount of who choose to do it. Students may not realize it yet, but drugs have a big effect on the body and mind. There are many reasons why drug tests are placed in school. If you're unsure of where you stand with the choice by schools, these reasons may help you decide that the benefits are worth the risk. I believe students who choose to play sports should be drug tested, as it's considered cheating. A big reason for schools to use drug tests is the enhancement of an athlete can gain while taking the drugs. They can gain an unfair advantage over competitors like muscle mass and strength. Over 57% of athletes from an anonymous survey said they have taken performance-enhancing drugs, according to a study published by Sports Medicine. The main point behind it is that it's considered cheating, as you are making yourself a better athlete by taking the drug. People are so against it, as the people who are taking the drugs have something available to them which isn't available to the people who choose to play fairly and by the rules. The most popular performance-enhancing drug is anabolic steroids, as science.org states. Those who do drugs are seen as better on the playing field than others, which is not fair at all. Though there are many other ways to cheat, taking drugs is not the way to go. Because if you really wanted to be the best or win, you would put the work in and not take some drug to make yourself seem better. Athletes need to be the ones to set a good example and keep the school's environment clean and healthy. Another important reason at hand is what it does to an athlete's health. Though they improve your physical performance, they still have effects like nervousness and irritability. Some physiological effects can be baldness, liver damage, or stunted growth. There are many more ways it can affect you, and some changes may not come till further down the road in your life and cause serious health complications. It can also affect you psychologically by increasing aggressiveness, sexual appetite, depression, suicide, and many others. All these examples listed were found on usada.org. So just think about how it would affect a student athlete. The student's body is not fully developed, which leads to serious medical problems. Not only do they have to worry about a sport at hand, they also have to maintain good grades to stay in it. Taking a drug can cause huge downfall in your schoolwork and could get you cut from the team from not keeping up with all your homework. I believe that students should be randomly tested at least twice a month, if not more, to cut the rate down even more. When choosing to play any sport in high school, most of the time you are required to have a contract signed. Most contracts state that you will not participate in any types of illegal narcotics and be drug tested on any suspicion when selected. You and your guardian both usually sign this paper. If the student is found positive on any of these, they should be suspended from the team immediately, and the school should seek counseling for that student. Though I believe schools should help and teach the students how to be drug-free instead of punishing them, because that makes the issue of their drug abuse even worse. When a student signs this contract, they are signing up to be role models of the school and lead them, just like professional athletes do. Doing this can help others who struggle with abuse and become more focused on a positive future for themselves. I think that drug testing overall in schools will create a safer environment for all to positively grow in. With the help of randomized selection, it will cut down the peer pressure of giving into drugs by others. With being a student athlete myself, I understand why we do it and the need for it in the school system. 2 years ago, I was selected to be part of the randomizing drug testing. Even though others and myself know I don't do drugs, it sets an example that anyone can be tested. You are there to set an example to other students and lead a positive environment in the school. We need to get these tests to keep students safe and healthy and not go down the wrong path. Most schools that do drug testing should have a page on their school website explaining more into depth the procedure of how they do it, if you are unsure about it. If you are struggling with the pressure of doing drugs or need help of talking to anyone, such as a counselor, they are there to help you in a time of need when no one else can see it. In the end, having students be drug tested gives them something to work for. Most people, such as yourself, know a high school athlete. You need to take your time to reach out to them and let you know that you are there for them if they are struggling with anything they might need. That's all they might need, is someone to know that their careers and wants them to succeed. Some students don't realize the effect of drugs when all they want is to get better or just fit in. Drugs are unfair to all other athletes. If you choose drugs, you are a cheater, and a cheater never really wins. They can also cause so many health problems that could affect your life forever. So is it really worth it to get that one touchdown or 1 point scored just so you could be better than everyone in that moment? Because it's definitely not worth it to me. Think about your future that's ahead of you. Placing randomized tests in drug school can help kids today change. Reach out to someone you know who needs help, or if you need help yourself. It might just save you in the long run.